Hello and welcome back. I'm Randy Newbert from VoodooFX. In today's video, we'll be doing a custom lighting kit. So let's get started. Okay, so this is a new project that we started quite a while back. And what this actual effect that you're about to see is a simulated cannonball firing light effect. This was developed again. This was developed quite a while back, and also we want to acknowledge that we had a lot of help from another fellow model builder and good friend Frank Cerny, who was made a big factor in us designing this and developing it. And again, it's something. It's a kind of a pet project that I wanted to do some time back, but. Anyway, so let me move on here with it and just kind of go. So this is the controller board. And what I'm going to do with this is the controller board only consists of a positive, negative, and a data wire hookup. And then this is going to be run by a piece of strip. So I'm just going to pan over here and just kind of show you the strip. This is a small, micro size RGB strip. And this RGB strip is addressable. So I have full control over each individual actual LED. And if you can kind of think of it in retrospect, the LEDs where they're at will basically represent the Canon bay doors that would be alongside a ship. And again, this is about the best way that I can describe it. So I'm going to do a couple of different versions of it. I do have a test mock-up of a actual sailing pirate ship, and I'll be showing that. And then I'm also going to be showing a kind of a diffused version of this, so you can get a really good idea. And then I'll actually show like the really hard end of the light, so you get like a full perspective of it. So let me kind of switch gears here, and let me fire it up and let you see it. Okay, so I've got it all ready to get plugged in, and I'm going to go ahead and start it up and let it run. And let me go ahead and just make the connection. It'll take a little while to come on. And I'm doing this in pretty good light in here. I've got actually quite a bit of light on in the shop area here, so it kind of gives you an idea. But what this does is it has a sharp, bright flash, which is, the signal that the cannon's being fired. And here you see it's picking up some speed. It kind of does like a random pattern. Sometimes it'll come and fire a bunch of them. Sometimes it'll only fire a few here and there. And you can see where it's got this really nice, bright, white flash with kind of a red fade down, and then like a yellowish kind of fade off. And I think it looks really good. It'll look probably better as I get it into the model mock-up a little bit better. But this kind of gives you a good simulation of the patterning and how it works as far as the lighting effect goes itself. I think I'm going to turn down the lights and go for a little bit of a look at it when it's the lighting conditions are darker. So let me do that. I got a little background light here, but now you can see it's kind of a little more blown out. But it gives you an idea. In order to have this feature kind of work properly, I think I'm going to have to use some batting material to kind of make little diffusers over it, so it doesn't look so harsh. And it actually will help blend the light out a little bit better. But anyway, that's kind of how the feature works. So I think I'm going to get this prepared to mock up inside the model. This will take me a little time, but in the video world, it'll happen instantly. So, but I'm going to go ahead and mock up this section of strip into a model that I've got rigged up to do this test. So let me go ahead. I'll let this run through just a little bit more so you can again see how nice and bright and brilliant the effect is. And what's really cool is if you ran a soundtrack behind this that had some of the booming sounds of the cannons going off, I think it would add actually a lot more feature to it. And then now you can see it's going into the rapid fire mode. And then it stops for a little bit. You know, so again, it's got some good settings in here. This is my first preliminary setting for the program, but I can tweak it a little bit more here and there. It has adjustability if you do have some Arduino background to set it at different rates. But I think it looks pretty good. So here, let me go switch to the model mock-up, and I'll mock that up a little bit, and then I'll end this video. So anyway, so this is the simulated Pirate cannon firing light system. So let me switch to the next video. Okay, so we're back here with the test mock-up. This is a Sir Henry Morgan ship. This is an older Lindbergh model that I had, and again, this makes the perfect test mock-up to actually see this in action. So what I've done is I've mocked up the model here, and I've added some cotton batting material in here along the edge where the cannons are, and this should make a nice feature. This is a really quick and raw mock-up, but I think you'll get the idea overall of what it looks like. So let me go ahead and start it up and plug it in, and I'll show you the feature. And so again, it's going to run this pattern, and you can see that the batting material really diffuses it well and makes it look more like a cannon firing effect with just having the raw opening there. And again, I might show you what it looks like raw, but I wanted to show you what it would look like in a good scenario. And this, if it was done right, and also remember too, is that in this feature, it looks a lot better if this was broken up into more open spaces with the cannons. So you'd only have, maybe there would be one of these would be on the other side. So this is an 8 light strip. So maybe you'd only place 4 of these, 4 on each side, in order to give the full feature the right style look and effect. Right now I've got all 8 populated all in this one area. So that's why it looks a little bit, it's a little bit busy. But again, I think it goes to show the feature well. So I wanted to show this kind of in this full light scenario. And I've got full lighting in here right now. It's bright. So this is kind of what it looks like with full light on. And then I'm going to do a little bit more of a dim light effect. And you guys will get an idea of what it looks like in a dark situation, which it's a very nice feature. The more I'm getting it down and the more I'm developing it here, the more I'm liking what I see from it. So it's got all sorts of potential. And again, I think it really looks good with that little afterglow that kind of rolls off when it goes out. It's supposed to simulate, or at least we tried to simulate the best we could, of the cannon kicking out the shell, and then it's the percussion of the barrel with the gunpowder coming out of it. That's why it's got that red to yellow fade down. So here, let me go for a dark situation. Let me cut this light off. And here, this might give a much better look to how the batting material looks like when it's lit up. I think it really looks good. Boy, anytime you try to light something like batting material with a light feature behind it, it looks amazing. Kind of gives that cloud effect. So with the right batting material built up on there, and going into the right areas again, and then being a little bit less populated, I think it would really nail the feature. And again, I think this could be incorporated into other ships because it's, again, the scale of this model is, this is a pretty standard scale model kit as far as size goes. But it wouldn't really matter because you can put these LEDs wherever you want. If you just took a little piece of jumper wire and you could jump these things wherever you want to place them. And the squares are very small as far as the openings go. But yeah, so that's kind of what it looks like. This is the simulated pirate ship cannon effect. Again, pretty happy with it. I think it turned out well, and I hope to bring this into a production kit. Should be available pretty soon here. I can probably do these in a couple different versions as well. Possibly just a board-only kit, or I can possibly do it as a semi parts kit. So there's a couple different options there. This will not come as a plug-and-play model. I just don't have the time to do the assembly work any longer. And, I can be commissioned to build custom things, but in this scenario, it doesn't make a lot of sense to come out in the production area as far as a lighting production kit goes. So anyway, please subscribe to the video channel, and thanks for watching this video. I hope you like what I made for you, and I hope please keep watching the videos and enjoying the content. So we'll see you on the next one.